Hey y'all, welcome back to the Southern Cottage. I am Connie and I have a new toy. Like I needed something else in my craft room, but I needed this. I have a new bow maker and it is supposed to help with making the flower power braid, I believe is what it's called. Anyway, Trish Baker, one of our community members, very active community members, shared this in a Facebook group, and I saw it and I'm like, I need to get that. I need to get that. So I did. And it's been out for a long time. This is the Bow It All version 3.0. I've already opened the box and took the plastic off and made sure I had what I needed to do this video. I do, and I'm about to show you. Here it is. Let's get it out of this box and see what it's all about. So this came wrapped in plastic. We'll put this back here because it has a few instructions on the back. I don't know if I'm going to need that or not, so we're going to hold on to it. And it comes in this bag, which is super cute. And I've pulled one thing out because I needed to know if it had all the attachments. Because there's also a second set that you can buy to help you make larger bows. And I didn't know if I needed that for what I was going to do today. So anyway, all right. Is that it? I don't know what that's for. I guess we'll, oh no, that's for the scissors. All right. Set that to the side. So here's what all you get. This is a scissor keeper, which we all know my scissors will never be in there. Here's the original manual, and here is the supplemental manual because they came out with a new version. I guess they didn't want to remake the entire manual. Here is the bow maker itself. Let's go ahead and take this out of the plastic. Sorry, it's going to be loud. Look at all these holes. And it's metal. It's not wood. These help with your ribbon. It's ribbon spool holders. And they're built in. We'll show you that in just a minute. I'm going to go ahead and leave it open. And this is your accessory pack. Okay. These are what you use to weave your ribbon around. These are to go on your, to hold your ribbon, y'all. These go over the ribbon spool holders. There is a wrench in here. Y'all don't be afraid because it's got tools. It's not power tools, it's hand tools. These go on, these are like helping hand holders. We'll show you that in a minute. And scissors. We'll see how well those work. I'm not keeping this because this thing has built-in holders for everything. There are holes on each side. And these just slide right in. I say they do. Why don't they go in? There we go. Gotta put a little force on it. So there's 4 on this side, 4 on this side, and another thing for the wrench. Because you get another wrench in your accessory set. Which that is not here yet. But it soon will be. Okay. I'm going to pull out my ribbon spool holders. And these things bring your ribbon spools up level with at the same level as your bow maker. So you take the one that does not have a nut on it and screw it right into these holes. I watched a couple of videos, y'all. And if we're making mum braids with this, we're going to want to have these holders. And then this slides right on top of that. If I can find the hole, let me just start it with the hole that's already poked. There we go. And it sits right there. And it keeps it in place. So that's not going to move once you put that in place. Find my other ribbon spool holder. I'm trying to screw it all the way down. There we go. And there we go. These go on top of here for taller spools and for spools with wider holes in them. Just like that. Okay, and these just screw into any of these holes. And what I like about this is these are metal. Our ribbon is going to slide so easily on this. And do you see how many holes are on this? So many holes. So many different options. But what I purchased it for is to make the flower power braid. I believe that's what it's called. I will link something in the description about who made it. That's not gonna work, Connie. And where I saw it. I did it live on when I was making and it's super cute, and I don't think I knew exactly who created this braid at the time, but now I know, and I will put all that in the description because I don't remember the name. It certainly was not me. I wanted to try this for the candy cane braid as well, because you know we've made a jig, and then we bought another, I bought another bow maker to help with that, because I like having the removable option to remove the peg instead of sliding it up and down. And the thing that I really, really like, besides the fact that it's metal, is these they won't bow in. Like on the wood, they don't bow. And if you feel like you need it a little tighter, just take and give it one little snug with the wrench until it won't go any further. You don't have to torque it down. It's just to make sure these don't move. Now, I am going to try to make this braid with these. And I'm going to use this. And I'm not going to double it right now, y'all. Our mum ribbon spool fits on there. Okay, and what Trish said to do was fold this up, make a loop about 1 inch in, and put a staple, and then we're going to put it on here, and I hope I'm doing this right. We're going to weave in and out of these. And I'm doing it at the top. So that's going to give me a loop, a loop, a loop, 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 loop. Okay. And then all she did was level them up, pinch it in the middle, slide it up. Do you see how simple that came off? And throw a staple in. Y'all, that is perfect. Look at that. Absolutely perfect. Now, did I staple it directly in the middle? I'm not sure. But look at that. I love that. Now, I have one thing that I want to try that I'm not sure it's going to be able to do. And it's not. I wanted something to create that center loop for us to attach these together. Let me do this one more time. We're just weaving in and out of this. Instead of cutting each one of these at a specific length, we weave it all at the same time. I'm going to bring them up to where they're pretty much even, pinch them in the middle, slide it off. Y'all, okay, I'm going to be making a bunch of these. Look. And then I guess we could just measure out a little bit like this and bring it around to make that loop. And you have a tape measure on here, so maybe measure from the center, go out to like 4 inches, snip it off, and each one will have its own center. Now you can either put a staple in there, or you can put a touch of hot glue. Let me throw some hot glue in here because we have a ton of staples already. And that is a completed one. Look at that. And then all we have to do is either staple or hot glue the next one. Now, it needs to be bigger. Definitely needs to be bigger. Let me play around with this a little more, double up my ribbon so we can get 2 tones going in here. And I will come back and show you what I came up with. Okay, I have added same size in the black acetate, and I'm putting wrong sides together. And then I'm going to fold it over about 1 inch. And put a staple in there, just like we did before. Put it over this bottom one, and then we are going to wrap. And this is going to be a little bit more difficult to hold together, but because these are twisted. There we go. Y'all zoom in on this wrap. And we're just going in and out to make sure we have a loop on each one. Even them up. Pinch it right directly in the middle and pull it up. I'm going to make sure that these are straight together. And then I'm going to throw a staple in the middle. Now I'm going to measure out 6 inches from the center of this. And I'm just going to use this. I'm going to put it right in the middle, measure out 6 inches and cut it. Since there's double the layers of ribbon here, you're going to have to use a staple. Make a loop. I'm just overlapping just a little bit. Put a staple right in the middle. And there we go. Here's the first one that I made off camera. Now, the only issue with this is you will not be able to have, the way this is woven, you will not be able to have all your insides the same and all your outsides the same because of the way that it's woven. So you see this one, the outside ribbon is the black. You flip it over, the outside ribbon is the maroon. Same on this one. Now, that's a look in and of itself, and I don't have a problem with it. You can put all the burgundy up and all the black down, or you could alternate them. And that would definitely make a beautiful braid. Unless I can figure out how to make it to where all the outsides are the same and all the insides are the same. I think if you wanted it to be that way, then you would have to cut them by hand. But this is a great time saver, and I don't mind that at all. Not a bit. And to put these together, all you do is put a staple right here. And those are together. Super, super simple. You can make these as big or as little as you want. Just know that if you make them small, like I did on this one, these are going to be touching. It's going to give you a different look, which that's not bad either. And if you only wanted to do this with 2 loops, that would make a nice bow to put on the bottom. So I'm going to play around with this some more to see how this works for getting all the outsides the same color. And I'm also going to play with it a little bit to try to make the candy cane. And I'm going to see how that turns out for me. If it works, I will come back and show you. I don't see why it would not. In fact, let's go ahead and give it a shot. And I'm just going to use these 2. Well, what in the heck? Did I miss my staple? There we go. Slide that side off. It slides off so easily. We just got to make sure we're getting all of these even. I love the metal. Yep. The metal is key to this. And this is going to make a skinny one, but I don't care. Y'all know I have a ton of these left from last year because I didn't use them all. I just kept making them. Huh. And now I'm going to have to go through and figure out what other mum braids we can make on this to make our lives easier. And if I'm doing this candy cane, I'm not going to have all of these on here. I just didn't want to take them apart because I'm going to practice a little bit more on the flower power. Perfect. Okay, y'all, that is it. I will put a link in the description of the bow it all. I'm telling you, these metal things, the ribbon slides perfect on there. And you can actually use these to make bows. I'm going to play with that a little bit too. And I might be making another video for that. But I'm going to work on this. Today's video was just to show you this item, that it works for what I want it to, and maybe some other things we can use it for. I'll come back to y'all with more videos once I get it all figured out. All right, y'all, if you're not subscribed, please do so. I'll try to link some videos on the screen that you might like. Hit the bell so you're notified every time that I upload, and I will see y'all soon. Bye.